Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Come, I'll lead the way.
What's happening?
You!
We're here, and none the worse for wear.
Good tidings as for me. You see, and that's when I can't just give it. Well, friend, what say you? Much obliged, friend. Suppose I'd best be off.
Shall we see how Harve village fares of late, Master? Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
Barely scraping by.
You!
Come rain or shine, I'll make the best of it.
You!
Greetings, Your Majesty. You will want to hear this. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Deez's misdeeds. I hesitate. I have attempted to do the same. Would that I could undertake. What say you, Your Majesty? I shall ensure that the door to the...
Quite the predicament. someone do aught about this?
Still waiting on that report.
We shall remain here.
You... follow me!
All my days were so tranquil.
I've got to
With such peace,
shift's only just begun.
reigned eternal.
Tis best you move on. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
It's quiet. That's about. I only pray my watch finishes without incident.
This is quite a quandary.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I'd simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chamber.
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the...
Forgive me. This room turned up little of interest. I'll head out first and speak with...
Sven, where have you been?
Forgive me. I couldn't sleep. I thought a stroll might clear my head.
I've been on my feet all day. My legs are as lead. You such quietude is a blessing. I'd kick just about anyone.
Don't complain, mind. I'm tired of breaking my back for someone else.
At last we've arrived. Delivery in hand.
I only hope the recipient is pleased with our work.
I quite agree. It would appear you've found evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds. We ought to bring word of this to Captain Brandt. I believe I can... guide you to the person in question.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
What's this? Oh, if only my alas, the ant would wound. If you're curious, the man's home is located.
What say we gather some information?
Sit still. But he employed it. Poor old Greg. That's the sort of...
Ah, now here's a surprise.
At least all our efforts weren't for naught.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this. There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
We have arrived.
There is much we ought to tend to. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found? This scrap. This alone can prove little. To think 'tis a surprise. If Regent King Sven, you have done well, Your Majesty.
Phaedrus. Now there's a name to remember.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Of all those who serve the Queen, I refer to Waldar many a time as Dizard, and many a time as our laws dictate that thus. What say you? I prepared a means, this mission, should you be discovered.
Follow me, if you would.
Won't someone do aught about this?
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
So...
Have you come to release me from... Aha! Or, Deezer's Arisen. Have you proof? Ah, by that mark. This reminds me. He went before... And what befell? Ha! Crusade... Aye. I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be? Escape? Here? And that said, tell me. I suspected as much.
Like it or not, I must go where you told me.
The best quality of soldiers now.
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
At last! 'Tis a relief to be at your side again, Master.
Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no more than that.
Arms, arms for the poor. Pray. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for arms? For few can afford perpetual. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I... Many thanks. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Few can afford perpetual
Let me get that.
I don't know what to do.
When is my watch end?
I ought to act a little more cheery.
My fur stands on end.
Times are hard. I'm barely scraping by.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
If our prayers are not heeded, what hope? Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for many thanks? Hold on you see, one of Malcolm, his name. This building's might I impose?
It would seem we've a need to scrounge up information. 'Tis tedious work, but I...
Might I beg for some...
Someone must have the answers we seek. If we ask around, we might just find them. I can guide you to the place Arisen, or thereabouts.
Malcolm? Don't know why he bothered.
Allow me to lead the way. I can take you to our destination by the optimum route.
What to do? I have no mother or father. I wanted to get them a present. The problem... Do you think you could help me? For true? I'm sure you'll find the
I'm ill at he's here.
hard, but dreams are free, I say.
Malcolm's been just the other day. He. Maybe he was hoping. Maybe he was hoping to find something.
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
If our prayers are not heeded, what hope have we?
Crack a few skulls if you want to be
My legs are
I
fair
don't
numb.
feel safe here.
You don't need a perk. Just hide in the back of an ox cart, It worked, mind.
Here to ask.
I wonder what it was Malcolm found. Maybe he was hoping.
Must have taken a wrong turn. Body aches.
If our prayers are not heeded, what hope have we?
Farming might look like simple work.
Have we met? Supper and a night's rest is all I need.
Wonder how long this job's supposed to last.
Sets my thoughts down dark paths, this place.
Hiya, Risen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already? Well, take your time. You know where to...
Bit of a tricky situation.
I'm in fine fashion today. Please I'll find myself a ladder.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm
Hiya, Risen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers? Oh, just look. These should bright say. Would you mind terribly if I asked you another? See, one of my friends taught me a magic's all you have to do. But there's the problem. Would you find a silver stone and bring it to me, Arisen? For true. I'll be waiting.
Our next mission is to acquire a silver stone. Mayhap silver ore will serve. We can purchase it, or mine it up ourselves.
It is no great shock to me.
find a silver stone anywhere. Oh, just look how it shines. Thank you ever. Say, aren't you curious who I want to meet? Well, I'll tell you. My mother and father, not to say I'm unhappy, I want to tell them how... Oh, it's so shiny.
Miss Daphne seemed pleased with our efforts. Mayhap we ought to pay her another visit sometime soon.
Tis as you say.
Oh, it's so... Oh, it's so shiny. Oh.
Here to ask, or of...
The other day? Now, that's not so strange, and rightly so, as it turned out to be a young player.
Maybe he was hoping...
Where could Malcolm have got? Perhaps you could try asking...
I fear I've much to attend. Wickedness has no hold. Might I beg but a moment?
I'll collect that.
We were supposed to go... Wish he'd woken me.
I suppose we'll be wanting to report back now.
Good day, sir.
Ah, but you meant... Come, I fear pray. Follow me, and quick... I believe this... Look, there, a hole. There is naught to be... Let us make haste.
I am honored to be called to your side, Arisen. It is hard to find my footing in this darkness.
Malcolm, you have my eternal...
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe books, sir.
Truly? Perhaps...
Let us endeavor to keep pace with our guide.
Tis as you say.
No mercy!
Battle is best avoided here.
Isn't it?
It is quite a fine... Why, Might I ask... We cannot... We ought to entrust... As for you, Malcolm...
Oh, but...
However, let's investigate this...
It's quite the collection of tomes. I'm sure I'd be seeing stars, were I the scholarly sort.
True enough.
It's you again. What are you doing now?
Might you consider lightening your pack, Master?
Let's see. What can we do without?
With adequate skill and focus, no enemy is beyond defeat.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Such quietude is a blessing. Time to be heading.
Time to catch myself up on the tour around town.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above. Do you know how long you'll be? I only ask so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
Well? Oh, guide me outside.
Like it or not, I must go.
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
If you truly are, words may be, mayhap, the knowledge I've...
Heavens forfend!
want to go home. The scarce of water was everything's
With the aid of 'twas a royal in a bid to pass, alas, yet 'tis clear. What can we learn from this? Fine timings, my time in that I stare at the alas, as I recall, though as I hear it, should you happen to end, what say you? I am in your prey, infiltrate.
'Tis hard to find my footing in this darkness.
Someone to talk to.
I'm dead on my feet. But I've much to do yet.
Mayhap I really would have been better off a baker.
Not sure what they say. I'm no cook, am I?
Now, where was I headed?
Used to anymore. You! Look as long as you please.
Hasn't anyone got coin to spend?
Time to head home, I suppose.
Peruse at your leisure. Bunch of dullards,
Welcome.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your majesty's claim, it seems Magistrate Wardor has been mayhap to be prudent. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, your majesty, a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's from the pains he took to remain. That alone is reason to the Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come night. He bids you to use this opportunity to I shall ensure that the door to the
There is only one acceptable outcome. Complete and utter success.
'Twould seem we've a need to visit the palace.
Look as long as you please.
Fancy a look at my wares? Welcome to Pure, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. Hope to see you again.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
I've walked on it when I know how to spend it.
Those new recruits could barely lift their swords.
We're here, Master.
Quiet at last.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place. To hurry the Arisen.
Such quietude is a blessing.
Pray, take yourself elsewhere. Our services are only available to members of this establishment.
It was a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean?
Aye. Tell is, her ties to this figure from the neighboring country have a romantic tint.
No one will disturb me here.
Market I go.
Wonder how everyone else makes it.
A lonely place, but not without its charms.
Wonder how everyone else makes it.
Nice place, this. I'm in no hurry to leave.
So tired. I
Our
get
soldiers
just
need
about
better
anyone.
training.
Do you know how long
You are the Arisen, yes? Follow me!
I must try to effect a change.
Suppose I
best you move along. Pray, be cautious.
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere.
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the...
Oh, perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to...
My lord, if someone...
Oh, unring your... As if anyone in this palace now. If Wilhelmina called.
Surely none more
Indeed. But that...
Well, well. Yours isn't a face I'm accustomed to seeing around the palace. How did...
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, my lady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, my lady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. I don't appreciate having my motives questioned. Still, you are welcome to come call.
They're whispering at me now. I dread to think. Got to focus. My head will roll.
Would that all my days somehow my always days like this make me glad to be alive.
Still waiting on
I've been on my feet all day.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
We cannot accompany you there, Master, but fear not. You'll find us here when you return.
Welcome, sir.
Been a while since I heard a good story. Delightful breeze. There's no shame in living life.
What's going on?
There's ought to be said for peace. Not much going on. Wonder if anyone else.
What's the wind blow my fur every which way?
Always sets me to think.
Welcome.
The sight of you sets my heart all afire.
There's no shame in living life for its pleasures.
I'll go on an adventure of my own.
No doubt you're dazzled by my charms.
Off to market I go.
Always sets me to think.
Tis good to be reunited.
Anywhere's better than the middle of a crowd. So tired.
Mine just
Time to find me a heart.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
We ought to put it to good use.
Welcome.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. I know this sigil well. Let me see. Pray make haste in Omega Clue. Though the political situation, I fear such a partnership. At any rate, I will investigate these matters as best I can. Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phasers fellow. But what precise...
Shall we pay Miss...
As a reward for your majesty, you will of course require raiment befitting of the occasion. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim as a true arisen. Do not forget that we work to serve.
Pray, follow me.
Go on, have a look.
Well met, sir.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. Should my tale entertain you?
I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let me know if you require a guide.
I'm sure there's a very good reason for this detour. We must respect our master's wishes.
Here we are.
Oh, it's not right. It does. The doctor examined him, yet e'er since...
I understand. There is no medicine I am caring for. However, mayhap
Oh!
Dear.
All right.
I will look after him.
What should I do?
No one's coming to my rescue. I know.
Ne'er in my wildest dreams could I have...
Yeah? What?
I don't know what to do. What to do? Hoy, Arisen! Say, do you know the river close? That's a problem for... I was thinking you could help the priest. I was hoping... I'll help too. I'll look for gold ore every place.
Now we seek gold ore. Though 'tis sold in shops, mining some ourselves might prove the better choice.
I suppose 'tis so.
You! Huh.
All I've got left of my 18.
You!
Hoy, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet? That's all right.
Let me get that.
The upper deck now, and rightly so.
It's a thankless job, this.
Might we not complete our delivery while we're here?
Perhaps one...
Hoy, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet? Wow! Listen, I was talking to the priests, and apparently our troubles aren't over yet. Would you be willing to lend us a hand again, Arisen? Just one more time. Thanks. So, remember how I told you about the river by the church getting all mucky? Well, the grown-ups are saying it's gotten worse. Now lots of people who live nearby are falling sick. The priests have been treating everyone as best they can, but there's nowhere near enough medicine to go round. I want to help them, but I'm not sure what apart from ask you, that is. Would you bring us some more medicine, Arisen? Oh, thanks, Arisen. What would... I'll talk to the priests in the meantime, see if there's anything useful I can do.
Now we've need of medicine. We can purchase it at shops. Or make some ourselves by combining the ingredients.
Very well, if I must.
Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Not yet.
Oh, what does this say?
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
Feels eerie with no one about. I'm dead on my feet, but I've much to do yet.
Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Now that's just... Oh, thank you, Arisen. This should be plenty. I'll take it to the church straight away.
'Tis a goodly deed we've done, aiding the sick. I only hope our efforts go a ways toward improving life in the slums.
'Tis no great shock to me.
Thanks, sir.
Near in my...
I know. It's a secret, right? Don't worry.
Sir, 'tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I regret that I cannot offer you a cup of tea, not to mention... Oh. You wouldn't happen to... You would procure it yourself. In that case, the slums are a bane to the body's humours, and we do what we can. Your aid is most...
Tell is, Maya's might can be harvested from phantoms. Monsters that wander the wilder night.
I think I get the idea.
Yes, sir. Have you procured, unfortunately? Only if you've the time and inclination, of course. As servants of the... Yet, at times, perhaps you were all an unfortunate pair, by chance. So, he was put in...
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Here he is. We've been administering the medicine, to be perfectly honest, after all. But I suppose I ought not... Come, cast.
You listen, the sisters... It started with us. See that empty bed? He told me he was feeling better. Mayhap I'm just imagining this. Pray.
This is a place of prayer.
This is a place of prayer.
Each of our patients does... Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? He's seen better days. There has been talk of sending him down to the basement, should his condition fail to improve. That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patients convalesce. None of the other sisters are permitted entry, including myself. Teles. She gives the patients a special medicine, which is to be expected. Those who come here suffer all manner, and yet a part of me is
So, a nun save the abbess can enter? If the gracious hand has... You've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? I must... you've my thanks. Of course. Or should you find evidence... See, I've already reported... So I beg you, sir, find...
To get to the bottom of what is happening at the Gracious Hand, we shall have to acquire evidence of any misdeeds.
'Tis no great shock to me.
Might I beg but a moment?
How might we enter the basement sick room?
Not a bad idea.
Must have taken a wrong
I'm frightfully busy. Lady Eleanor's... I wavered tween life, can't say as I missed that. Suppose 'tis only to be expected.
What's your business with...
Well met. This it. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff.
Elena, a fine woman, but you see, I was in the end, and once she handed him her last. You'd think they were whispering. Where'd they meet?
Anything's better than this. Anything could be looked here.
At least I have a full belly.
Today.
There's a calm in the air after sun.
Oh, this place gives me an ill feeling.
You!
Off to market I go.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master story.
You! A ladder, is it? How convenient.
wares?
Living's hard. What shall I do today?
Ought to take a moment to replenish my strength. Wonder if there's any easy work.
Here.
Aye, this is plenty nicely done.
You suppose wrong.
Ha! You're...
Enough. I get...
of
Glad we understand each other.
Aye, be seeing you.
This is not the first we've heard of Lord Phasis. What could his aim be, I wonder?
This is beyond me, I'm afraid.
I'm in no hurry to leave.
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
I know not why, but the words basement...
I have noticed.
Places such as this to be
Chaos in the world begins with...
This is a place of prayer.
Might I beg but a moment of...
This is a place of prayer.
Not my kind of place.
Where's my
A moment's prayer can...
I ought to have enough for a few pinches of spices.
Never should have come here.
Naught but trouble. Let us move along.
Nodding off where I stand.
I end up feeling weary even after a day of rest.
I've just remembered. I've somewhere to do round here.
to be heading.
Have a look.
Well, I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Pleasure doing business with.
Suppose that's enough for one day.
I'll treat myself to a tickle of your many rooms to be had around.
The tight spot.
Might I beg but a moment of...
Mayhap 'twould serve us well to track down the former patients mentioned in these records of treatment.
It's no great shock to me.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? These look like Johann and Bruno. I recall them being especially... At any rate, they may know all... You're back. Pray, tell me, have you... What? You found... Do you think... Could I trouble you to look... Mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw before coming here. Radcliffe, his name was. Pray, sir, do what you can.
Methinks we would do well to bring this medicine to Sir Radcliffe, the doctor over in the rest town.
A moment's prayer.
Might I beg but a moment of your time?
A moment's prayer can...
That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
How goes it? None shall harm this village while I yet...
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
E'er since the reign of Rothaeus, the founder of Vermund, the village of Malv has played an indispensable role in the defense of our kingdom against the dragon. Yet twice now, as the dragon set upon... The fault here lies with you, Ser Ulrika. You have failed in your duty as acting chief.
With all due respect, Sir Martin, our village has Was it not the former consul? Yet the stronghold
I know of no such agreement.
But I'm quite sure the consul...
You would dare If so...
What? I intended nothing of the...
Save your honeyed word.
You came to see me. Still, how would you... 'Twas by your godly efforts that Malv escaped the worst of the dragon's assault. The people of this village are more I wanted to. Now, 'tis time we slept. There is much to be done for the village, and I shan't.
Where is Ulrika? The Queen Regent has declared that Ulrika be apprehended as a all who seek to
Ulrika is gone.
What?
She stole away in the dead of night. Ask her. I cannot say why, for realizing her plans for rebellion.
You would have me believe that
Aye, that's the law.
Very well. I shall take you at your word. For the time being, your village will...
Ah, there you are. You've heard she fled the village. She left the... As for where she... It would be unwise. We can only pray that she...
Tidy. What else needs doing?
Why is everyone always in such a hurry?
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Need anything? Many thanks.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
Must we run everywhere? You are an impatient one, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
This looks as good a place as any.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a So the acting... However, I've heard no report of it. It may well be that... Is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? So, however, I've heard no report of her capture. It may well be that she is safe. Perchance, she has fled somewhere outside of Disa's reach. Is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? For some time now, and so, the false sovereign's idea, but may up approaching the... What say you, your Majesty? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted them. Once your infiltration... Here. Take care, your Majesty. Ah. Masquerades being as they are, much is made of appearances.
Time to hit the sack. I've more time than I know how to spend.
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble today.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
When does my watch end?
The masquerade is all ready.
You're far from your station, are you not?
Nary a new face.
Our first sovereign in decades.
Have you heard? There's to be more restrictions on goods traded with Batar.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour
In here.
Open up!
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playgrounds? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty.
Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check. Lest you forget, these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, as you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phaesus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. Come see me in my bordlery, whene'er you're so inclined. I'll instruct my attendants to...
All this quiet makes me come around.
No sense dwelling on what others think.
The sky always puts me in a contemplative mood.
I'll go on an adventure of my own.
So many happy voices carried on the wind.
Is this where you've been all this time? 'Tis rather far from where we agreed to meet up.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
Quite the predicament.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. Well, well, he is merely Desa's puppet then. Even were he to be removed. But if there's aught that compels my attention, he seems a man of import. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done...
So the false sovereign, Queen Regent Disa, and this...
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. While examining the palace ledger for some time now, what's more, this cannot be mere happenstance, yet 'tis strange. For sweet, I dare say, 'twas not an item chosen idly. 'Tis a frail hope to be certain. Yet all the same, I am glad to hear it.
Tis of dire import we unmask the false sovereign. To that end, we must travel to Vermin's eastern edge. I can guide you to the place, Arisen, or thereabouts.
The Vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all... All right on the roads, despite the... you know where to find.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Welcome to... And quality's what you need if you want to survive. So, many thanks. I've...
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch, in my case.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
I can scarcely see a thing in the smoke.
Ah, you've returned. Oh, with thee I shall learn all. Take this. Greetings. I trust you are in good health.
Uh-oh. Perhaps it's time I started taking this seriously.
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Pleasure doing business with you.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
My thanks. Something for the trouble.
Would you care to behold a forgotten rift stone, as yet undiscovered in this world? Then follow me. 'Tisn't far.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. Perhaps you might join the fight yourself?
Paths to victory are myriad indeed. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Well, well. Color me surprised.
Well met. Looking to make... The purchase?
Much obliged, sir.
Our coin reserves are much... depleted after that indulgence.
These were necessary expenses, mind. No use clinging to every last coin.
Their master, Saurians!
Fire won't do much good here. Best try a different tack. Very useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Let us see what you're made of.
shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
Mayhaps that a statue I espy, over yonder?
From this distance, I cannot be sure. We shall have to make our way over to it.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
Resting when and where you can. Secret to weathering a long journey.
Where that came from?
I seem to recall there being a treasure chest in this area when I explored it in other worlds. Shall I lead the way?
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it. If that cannot be avoided, 'tis fight or die.
It is easily done.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
Perhaps the Arisen has recalled some more pressing business. Fret not. I'm sure we'll come back.
You there! You'd best go elsewhere, friend. There's no business to be had here.
That man just now seemed...
You'd best go else. There's no business to be had here. That's...
The villagers' stares are sharp as daggers. What is their intent, I wonder?
You say that, but I sense no hostility. Whatever's going on here, I don't think they mean us any harm.
But I suppose that's neither here nor there. It's a question of skill at the end of the day.
So you say, but you wagered against our visitor, did you not?
Fancy a look at my wares? Always a pleasure. Fancy a look at my wares?
Me?
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. You would know of our village? Is there aught else I can help you with, sir? Arthur. At least, no one by that name lives. As you like.
Well met, sir.
Nursing you? Come on, follow me. I've something.
I'm in no mood for a chinwag, thank you.
Having more of these to hand ought serve us well in battle.
Let us take care when and how we put them to use.
No doubt your dad.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I'm by your side.
Don't bring trouble to my door.
Greeting. I trust you are enjoying your... If you have any questions, ask away. If aught about what is here to begin with, of course you are no... Which is to say, is there aught else you care to ask? You're curious? Naturally, I'm... You're the second. In response, she's... Oops. Don't misunderstand. Those who deal in information... Is there aught else you care to ask? Arthur, you... I've lived in this... Is there aught else you care to ask? I... Take care.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only ask so that I might adopt the most effective start.
You made it after all. Guess... Dear me. You didn't disappoint, did you? Figures you'd want to know about. We're supposed to be... But I suppose his real name... But he's been... We had no choice. We're men, that's why. That all you wanted to ask? What can I say? Anyway, we send them back. We only train them. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, but he failed. So the title... That's when he went off. And what still? But we can't have him thinking. Methinks he...
You're the one, then.
You're here. I've been waiting.
My apologies for the wait. We grew further apart than I'd anticipated.
Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no more than that.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Quite the predicament.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
Welcome to Bjorn's art, and quality is what you need if you want to... survive. Hope to see you again.
Need anything? Many thanks.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
Over here, if you please.
Well, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey. when treated to the foremost hospitality.
Much obliged.
Well met, sir.
Ought you needing me?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your... Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your majesty? This appears to be a... But hold a moment. But of course, a clever plan. The Queen Regent will be furthermore. 'Twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable, and all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will a clever ploy indeed. I've no doubt that this bill would prove its worth in due course.
That thief Maester's a capable sort. I'd wager this will make life rather difficult for the Queen Regent.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim as a true arisen. Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so before we depart. Very well. Pray inform me when your preparations are complete. Is there aught else you would speak of, your majesty? Aught shall change. If your majesty has any unfinished your majesty, that... I apologize for my brusqueness. Is there aught else you would speak of, your majesty? Aught shall change. If your majesty has any unfinished business to... Very well. Is there aught else you would speak of, your majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve the...
Good evening, sir. I trust you... fared all right on the roads, despite the...
Much obliged.
The rules at your neck.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are... Aught shall change. If your majesty has any unfinished business... Very well. The coronation is to take...
Master, pray leave this place. My body, he refuses to obey me. There's a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, your majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the God's Way mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true Arisen. 'Twould do much to explain the events, alas. Unless we find some way to unmake this God's Way's power, proving your Majesty's legitimacy shall be difficult indeed. Pray, allow me time to search for a way forward. I shall inform your Majesty when I have prepared a plan of action.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this God's Way? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Brant's investigation.
Well met, sir. I'll leave somewhere to make some good coffee.
Gotta make room for my next shipment.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to... Regarding the matter of the God's Way, I fear there is naught to be done, save for your Majesty to venture to Batal, where you might uncover the false sovereign's secrets directly. The sigil upon that letter from some days past bore the crest of the Batali Palace. Surely there's aught to be found therein. Yet official dealings twixt Batal and Vermund are suspended. Passing through their fortress will prove it. With such hindrances in mind, I thought to prepare this. Few may pass through Batal's fortress, save Beastren merchants. With some coin, I was able to convince one such merchant to grant us that entry permit. It ought guaranteed passage through the border checkpoint. But alas, 'tis intended for a Beastren. You shall have to act the part. But as to how that should be done, I'm shamed to...
Shall we see how Har village fares of late, Master? Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
You the Arisen? I've been looking for you. Sven wants to meet with you. Says he'll be waiting in his quarters.
Follow me, if you would.
Seems like everyone always...
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but the pain I experienced at the coronation was beyond imagining. There will be a reckoning for this. I shall not suffer others to mimic our master's powers.
Gotta crack a few skulls. Some other time, man. Well met, sir. This ain't my problem.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above. Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
You are not permitted to be here. Move along.
Whoever's my replacement's in for a boot up the arse.
I heard from Captain Brandt that you plan to make for Batal in order to continue your investigation. As for me, I've been looking into my mother's movements since last we met, and I happened upon this. 'Tis a letter she discarded, only half written. It seems to be addressed to someone called Phaesus. I passed an eye over it, though I failed to grasp its meaning, or what compelled her to throw it away. Here, I thought it best that you have it. Mayhap you could glean aught from it that I could not. And if you do, would you be so kind as to share it with me? That is, only if you've the time to spare. I am in no position to make demands of...
Such peace reigned eternal.
You are not permitted to be here. Move along.
More time than I know how to spare.
You have my fullest confidence. Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry.
I'd heard tell of it. So where's he get his coin?
What time to be heading home? Well then, son, how might I be of service?
Need anything? Many thanks.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
These were necessary expenses, mind. No use clinging to every last coin.
Well then, son, how might I be of service?
I'll have an early supper.